Tales of Herding Gods Episode 76. In the previous episode, Qin Mu and his companions arrived at the southern border along the surging river, only to find the battlefield still smoldering from a fierce clash. Corpses floated on the river while soldiers scrambled to clear the aftermath. Amidst the chaos, the cloud-chasing pirate ship had to leave unexpectedly, leaving the scholars to fend for themselves. At the camp, Qin Mu met Yuan Chuyu, the formidable young magistrate of Lizhou Prefecture. Once a princess of the fallen Yuan Empire, she now commanded the border armies with unmatched skill and authority. She revealed that while the corpse immortal cult had been largely eradicated, remnants of rebel sects were gathering in the south, only the tip of a much larger threat. As they prepared to cross the river, Qin Mu realized the danger was far from over. Beyond the immediate rebellion, powerful old generation masters and cult leaders were still lurking, waiting for the right moment to strike. Yuan Chuyu entrusted Qin Mu and his companions with the task of eradicating the remaining forces of the Nine Spectres sect, a cunning enemy capable of summoning supernatural powers. And the story continues. Proficient in dressing up as God and playing the devil, can invite supernatural beings forward to assist them in battle? Qin Mu was taken aback. He immediately recalled two strange spells he had once found on the first floor of the Floor of Heavenly Records, Soul Guide from Nine Spectres sect, and Ghost Transferring God Dispatching Runes Command from Great Mountain Sect. Both spells dealt with souls and supernatural beings, though they were considered obscure and impractical by most cultivators. When he first experimented with them, their power seemed weak, nothing more than a complicated version of the Five Ghosts transfer technique. Even Chancellor Ba Shan had dismissed them as useless when Qin Mu asked for advice, leaving him to figure them out on his own. Yet Qin Mu's curiosity pushed him further. He crafted a talisman treasure as described in the Great Mountain Sect spell, one with over 1,000 intricate rune surfaces, far more complex than anything he had seen before. Still, the results were disappointing. The spell was supposed to command ghost gods, but it barely functioned. Over time, Qin Mu began to suspect the truth. The runes recorded in these spells were deliberately tampered with. The sects must have falsified their teachings before surrendering them to the imperial court, introducing mistakes to render the techniques useless. Determined to correct them, Qin Mu compared the runes of both spells side by side, meticulously analyzing their patterns. Slowly, the connections became clear. The Ghost Transferring God Dispatching Runes command contained enough accurate runes to serve as a treasure trove of knowledge. Using it, he began fixing the mistakes in the Soul Guide spell. After days of work, he believed he had perfected the runes. Confident, Qin Mu decided to test his results. He called for a soldier and asked where he could find corpses to try the spell. The soldier innocently answered that the bodies of 9 Spectres sect disciples had been buried near River Dyke County and Deer Mountain. At that moment, Qin Mu's expression changed drastically. Realizing the danger, he urgently ordered the soldier to alert the young magistrate, xianxia, and command the troops to burn the corpses immediately. If his assumption was correct, someone might already be attempting to revive them. But the soldier explained that the young magistrate was currently in River Dyke County across the river. Soothing the people, Qin Mu's heart sank. Big Sister Chuyu is at River Dyke County? This is bad. He hurriedly summoned his companions, Shen Wanyan, Yu Qinghong, and Monk Yunke, warning them that 9 Spectres sect might be launching a counterattack. Before anyone could question him further, a low, ancient chanting drifted over the river. It was haunting, filled with power, like the voice of a god from the Netherworld calling souls back from death. Qin Mu raced to the north gate and looked out. On the river's surface stood a Taoist in a straw hat, chanting atop a ship's mast. Green runes spiraled in the air around him like writhing serpents, glowing ominously. The others arrived just in time to see black fog spreading across the water. Within it, a massive spectral gate materialized, floating above the river like an entrance to the underworld itself. In moments, the entire sky dimmed. Across the river, ships carrying scholars were caught in the darkness. Their cries echoed faintly, drowned by strange sounds of magic and terror. Then, from Deer Mountain, chaos erupted. Corpses, freshly buried members of 9 Spectres sect, burst from the ground and leapt into the air. Descending upon Deer County's walls, soldiers barely had time to react before yellow talismans froze them in place. And the revived dead tore through their ranks. Qin Mu watched in horror as the spellcaster on the river continued chanting. The Soul Guide spell had succeeded, summoning the souls of 9 Spectres sect disciples back from the Netherworld and forcing them into their decayed bodies. They were neither living nor truly dead, yet still possessed their former strength. Some had gaping holes in their chests, others were missing limbs, but all fought with ruthless fury. Within moments, the city descended into panic. The undead disciples slaughtered the soldiers who, unorganized and isolated, could not mount an effective defense. The army's coordinated formations, so effective in large-scale warfare, failed in this chaotic ambush. Realizing the battle was lost, Qin Mu made a quick decision. Abandon the city, head for the east gate, he shouted. He and his allies raced along the walls, summoning the dragon Qilin and Hu Linger to regroup. Behind them, the west gate exploded as celestial being realm cultivators of 9 Spectres sect smashed through, tearing apart a general as easily as paper. The corpses of high-level practitioners fought fiercely, their bodies impervious to pain or injury. To make matters worse, a few Taoists in the sky began manipulating yellow talismans, walking through the air like puppeteers. Qin Mu's expression darkened. Those were members of Corp's immortal cult. Working alongside 9 Spectres sect, one controlled the corpses, the other the souls. Together, they were unstoppable. Chen Wanyan suggested crossing the river to regroup at Riverdike County. But Qin Mu immediately refused. There are corpses in the river too, he warned. Almost as if on cue, black figures emerged from the water, dripping. Broken bodies shambling onto the shore, eyes glowing faintly. The fog around them thickened. We can only retreat south, Qin Mu said firmly. Head to the southern borders and look for a way back north later. Drawing his sword, he unleashed a flurry of sword light, the wave sword form cutting down several undead attackers. But even decapitated, the corpses bent to retrieve their own heads, tucking them under their arms. One of the severed heads screeched, "Come quickly, there are survivors here." The sight chilled even the battle-hardened warriors. Yet xianxia, normally shy and quiet, remained unnervingly calm. Qin Mu's expression hardened. He clenched his hand, transforming the sword into the spiral sword form, shredding the undead into pieces. Move quickly, he commanded. If their stronger cultivators catch up, we won't survive. The group sprinted through the dark countryside, the roar of flames and the screams of the dying echoing behind them. Deer County burned in the night, its walls glowing red against the shadowy sky. As they ran, Yun Ke glanced back at the blazing city, his heart heavy with dread. To the southern borders? He muttered, his voice trembling. That's the nest of the enemies. And that wraps up this episode. In this part, we saw Qin Mu uncover the hidden danger behind 2 mysterious and long-forgotten spells. Soul Guide from 9 Spectres sect and Ghost Transferring God Dispatching Runes Command from Great Mountain Sect. What began as a scholarly experiment to repair broken rune sequences turned into a horrifying revelation. Qin Mu realized that these techniques were deliberately altered before being submitted to the imperial court. Their true power concealed, yet by carefully comparing the runes, he managed to reconstruct their original form, unaware that someone else had already done the same. And much earlier. That realization struck when a haunting chant echoed over the surging river. A Taoist stood upon a drifting ship, summoning souls from the Netherworld. The dead of 9 Spectres sect, long buried and forgotten, rose once again. Corpses burst from the ground, and black fog spread like a living shadow. What Qin Mu had feared most became reality. The spell Soul Guide had been perfected and unleashed, bringing the dead back to wage war against the living. The city of Deer County fell into chaos as undead cultivators, still retaining their former strength, tore through the imperial troops. The soldiers' disciplined formations, so effective in large-scale combat, collapsed in the face of this unnatural onslaught. Corpses that could not feel pain or fear overwhelmed them with sheer ferocity. Meanwhile, across the river, darkness swallowed River Dike County, where xianxia was still stationed, leaving Qin Mu desperate and conflicted. When the battle turned hopeless, Qin Mu made the only choice left, to retreat. Gathering Chen Wanyan, Yu Qinghong, Hu Linger, and the dragon Qilin, he led them out of the burning city toward the south. Behind them, the combined forces of the Asterisk Corpse Immortal Cult Asterisk and Asterisk 9 Spectres Sect Asterisk ravaged what remained of Deer County. One commanded the bodies, the other the souls, an alliance that turned the battlefield into a nightmare. As they fled, flames devoured the horizon, and the night itself seemed to close in. The group headed toward the southern borders, straight into enemy lands. The journey ahead promised even greater peril, but for now, survival was all that mattered. If you enjoyed this episode or found it intriguing, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the latest episodes in Qin Mu's incredible journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.